what have you observed as like what were the trends in construction and renovations in 2025?
Interesting question. So I'm not even ready for it. I don't even know.
Well, from the projects that you've done, what were the common kind of
Okay, so I find, so 2025, it was an interesting year. I find that a lot of people like to renovate more and stay in houses versus changing locations.
Mm-hmm.
I find that before people would rush to sell their house and just get a new one. Now people actually tend to renovate their house. A lot of people asking us if we can come and do more interior renovation, additions, and that kind of stuff. People are keeping with existing. That's pretty much the change. And financially.
Well, yeah.
Financial change.
But
almost,
But in terms of renovations themselves, right?
Expensive.
What have you noticed any patterns in terms of like the new styles or new things?
No. I find that people still like open concept.
Mm-hmm.
Every renovation comes with removal of load-bearing wall.
I see.
Pretty much every time when it's a first floor renovation, we want to remove walls.
You think that will
kitchens.
ever change?
Sorry?
You think that will ever change?
I don't know. I think that open space is much more welcoming and nicer.
Yeah,
it's maybe not as cozy. Like we are going from a more private world where privacy was everything towards a social world. And a social world that means, I think, more openness, bigger kitchens, the areas that are entertaining will take more, will get more weight in our life than our personal private bedrooms. Like before, you would renovate and you would want this beautiful bedroom. Now you want a minimalistic bedroom, bright, nothing special.
Mirror on the ceiling. Yeah.
Mirror on the ceiling. I don't know about that. Funny enough, I never installed one, okay? A disclaimer out there. I have never installed one. Maybe I should, but I've never installed one. But anyways, but that kind of stuff. So it's about the social spaces that are being open for entertainment, for,
There's probably an aspect of this in terms of the social thing is not just to entertain, but also when somebody is coming to your house to visit after a renovation, you kind of want to show off your renovation. And you're not going to show off your bedroom really so much, you know what I mean? But here, you can immediately like, oh, look how nice it is. We did.
You don't need to say anything. Listen,
exactly.
I've seen a lot of, I'll tell you even more. I love it when trades come back for like what happens is when you're finishing sites and you're on towards the end of the job, you will visit the sites more and more often because all the details on all the finishes and everything. So when you have a meeting with trades, you're not going to have it in the office anymore. You tell them just come back and, whatever, for whatever reason, whether it's payments for jobs or whatever, that becomes your office for the next 2-3 weeks. And they come back and it's like, whoa, it's like they come in all of a sudden, the guys that did, let's say, painting, and now the kitchen is finished and all the little details, the vases, the tables, the dining tables and everything. Yeah, it just, every time when they're surprised, it gives you this sense of achievement.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, I guess, for some trades that they never see the finished product.
Most trades.
Yeah.
Like, for an example, the electricians. The ones that do the rough-ins and the ones that do the finishes. If it's the same person, they will come back. But if it's different electricians, they will not see the
that's
product.
A bummer, You're missing out on that kind of, the sense of achievement.
But you know what? It's, when you're being surprised on a daily basis, eventually you get immune to it.
Yes.
So same here. It's just, I don't know. I'm still as excited to see finished product because when you're coming into a finished product, into a finished house, you have this kind of short in your mind with all the issues and all the stuff that happened in between and everything you went through in order to achieve that. And it's like, wow, we got it done. And every single project is the same thing because construction is never smooth. We discussed that before. But yeah, pretty much I'm still impressed. But you'll find that, trades that do, I don't know, drywall and taping.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, okay, well, very nice house. I'm like, you want to strangle them? You're like, are you for real? Look at this. He's like, oh, okay, that's good. Yeah. Oh, kitchen. Yeah, I've seen something like that in the other house I finished.
They probably don't really have a grasp on like the entire complexity of how the whole project comes together.
Like you got two parties that will enjoy the final product. Me, and it's my baby. Yeah. That I what do you call it? I formed out of this like a clay figurine that I formed for a certain amount of time. Sometimes it's 3 months, sometimes it could be 2 years, depending if it's a new build or stuff. And the owner that paid all this money to get this vision, they usually will enjoy it.
Honestly, you probably get more than the owner. You probably get more.
A lot more. Because it's a payout for a very hard work that the homeowner doesn't really understand.
For them, it's the opposite. They're living through chaos.
Yeah, for them, it's kind of, for them, it's a different story.
It would have been a more dramatic effect for them, hypothetically, I think, if they move out, like in the beginning, and then they come back to see the finished project. So, like, the dramatic contrast from before to after would have been like, wow, that's,
when there's an opportunity for it. But to be honest with you, you can see that on TV shows. In real life, it's impossible because there's a lot of decisions that needs to be made.
Have you seen those where they're like, we're going to renovate your house, and then they come back and it's horrible?
I'll tell you what, I haven't personally seen them saying that, but there are.
You can see the reactions.
When I looked at it and I'm like,
you can see the reactions of some people. They're like, what is this?
Or like you would see, whatever, a very famous contractor.
Yeah.
That we're not going to say a name would come in and they're like, well, what happened here? Well, we hired this company. They didn't finish the renovations. Everything is breaking. Everything is bad. Now he looks around and you see a contemporary kitchen, black and white scholars and everything. He's like, okay, you guys leave for a month and 2 months. When you'll come back, that's going to be great. And, and you'll hug me for thank you kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They come back and they see some kind of farmhouse.
Yeah, exactly.
That has nothing to do with what they wanted originally.
It's so crazy if you think about it, to trust somebody. Okay, like, I get it. You get a free renovation, but you're completely trusting somebody's
taste. By the way, not always
taste.
it's free.
It's not free?
It's free. No. What happens is you get a certain discount. Not always it's free.
Oh.
We're working with TV show.
Even worse.
We're working with TV show that, anyways, we work on this one project, very, very important project for it's my clients that have done a third floor addition for everything perfectly finished. And all of a sudden they called me 6 months later and they're like, yeah, you remember that Laneway house that we thought maybe to do? We're doing it. Okay, great, let's do it. And apparently what happened was their son went through a car accident, yeah. And he's not going to be able to live in the house because it's a small midtown house where you can't put an elevator or whatever. So we're actually working on handicap approved laneway with an elevator and all that. It's actually
it's a special
for special needs and all that. And but the build was crazy expensive, as you understand. To put an elevator, it's not that cheap. So they got, a TV show to take over the project, and they did, and they're awesome. They're pretty much taking over everything. But yeah, it's not free. It's just cheaper because their influence can get a lot of materials for much, much cheaper.
Yes.
And the labor, just for exposure.
I figured some TV shows probably talk to the client in terms of like rough idea in terms of style. But some shows, their whole shtick is that the client has no idea what the design is going to be. Mm-hmm. And sometimes they make ridiculous decisions. You know what I mean? And it's just...
So I'll tell you what, I don't know when I'm going to see this episode, I will understand what is what. But for now, I know that the homeowner is involved 100% in the project.
That's good. That's better.
100% to the point of GCing next to the GC.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anyway, we get sidetracked real fast.
Yeah, we had some little issue there with stairs that the contractor done incorrectly. And the homeowner was very, very involved and to solve the issue and all that. Yeah.
Is that the one I've been to?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I want to see actually what it looks like. Did they already install the elevator?
I don't know. I do not know. I think they already enclosed because it's the winter, but
sure.
We should actually
we should go there.
Yeah.
But what about what were the most common materials used in you noticed any changes in terms of I guess like flooring and like in kitchens or whatever? Have you noticed that there was any kind of change in trends of like the materials that people choose or colors maybe or something like that?
Yeah, so I find that things are becoming more colorful again.
That's great.
Like 2025 was all about, and it started a little bit before, of course, but it was all about black, white, nothing. Now it goes more into color again.
Oh, 2024, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Now it goes more into color again. So people start mixing colors. And it's not everything, just monochrome.
Yeah, not completely like all color, I bet.
Yeah, colors are starting to get in again.
Yeah, for a little while there was a thing. There was like just really sterile kind of black and white. It's not really my thing.
But it's not only in the building industry. It's also, look at cars. Cars becoming boring.
Yeah, that's true.
Cars becoming boring.
Most people don't buy colors.
Look at classic cars. Before, you could find green cars. You could find, and all the shapes and everything. Everything becomes mass production and cheap and...
Why?
Simple. Because people accept it.
But it seems like people want it.
Listen.
You know what I mean?
I'll give an example. You got gold.
Mm-hmm.
Gold is rare metal.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So you can take something that is not expensive, put it in a mass production, then stop the mass production, make it less and less and less, and explain that this is rare. And therefore, it's going to cost more.
But the thing is that with cars, right, or phones or whatever, they do offer like color options, but it seems like the color options sell less than black, white, and gray.
Yeah.
So I wonder why that happens,
Because people don't go for it anymore.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But I wonder why.
If you don't see people go for red, why would they offer red? Now, another thing that you can also... Sorry about that.
I went. I came with my analog watch today.
Ah, nice. What is that?
Just it's a regular watch. I got it as a gift, but I've been kind of contemplating getting rid of my smart.
I really like it.
Daniel Wellington.
Oh, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's like $500,000.
$500,000.
Yeah, of course not.
Okay.
Yes, it has diamonds. You just can't see them. They're hidden inside.
I think if you moved 1,000, I would maybe believe. I don't know. I'll tell you the truth. I got quite a few watches.
Mm-hmm.
Apple Watch, and I got all kind of watches.
Yeah.
But Apple Watch, I find that
I find that I use it basically for notifications, to count my steps and to show my heart rate when I'm working out. And I'm like, I don't know if that's,
So I really use it for nothing.
Yeah.
I just, I just don't like the attention that watch can get you.
A nice watch, yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
But there's something classy about an old school watch.
Yeah, listen, this is the only smartwatch that I have. All the rest that I have are analog, different brands. But
What's funny was fancy watches. Only people who know watches understand that they're fancy. You know what I mean? To everybody else is like, no, it's a cool watch. Yeah, it can be a $300,000 watch. Nobody will know unless a person is into watches.
I'll tell you something. Like everybody knows Rolex.
Yeah.
Yeah, and whoever can would get a Rolex.
Mm-hmm.
I hate wearing a Rolex. Okay, because of that. I was given a present.
Yeah.
One, and I don't wear it because of that.
Is it gold?
Yeah, because it draws too much attention.
Is it gold though?
But then, no, it's not. No. But then, well, not mine. There are gold Rolex. I don't own one. So, but I listen, all the watches I have are presents. I don't really wear them. But then I have a friend who wears a watch which is as expensive as a Rolex, but people don't know that.
Yeah, true.
It's an Omega. It's a beautiful watch. It's not a Rolex, but it's
but
as
people who know.
People who know.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. They're also like Grand Seikos. It doesn't look like some of them are absolutely ridiculous. Honestly, it looks like you're wearing like your house clock on your wrist. Like, what the hell is this?
Those new rapper watches.
Just ridiculous.
I like big watches, but I don't know.
It's just
I like 45 millimeter, 46 millimeter watch.
Is this 45?
That's fine. No, this is this. I don't even know what it is. I think it's a 40. I don't know how the.
Is that regular or the Pro?
Sorry?
Is that the Pro watch or is it the regular? They have
it's Series 7.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never bought because it's too bulky. I don't like it.
It's
the orange one, like when they came out.
Yeah.
It's too bulky. It's like not for me. I like everything a little bit more.
Yeah, exactly.
Like elegant. And
I'm the same.
Like when I buy watches, I like them like yours, big, but not too busy.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like a lot of.
It should be very, very.
Yeah.
Just like modern construction, watches should be very not busy as well.
Interesting enough, since we're talking about kind of, I watched a video by an interior designer, and one of the questions he was asked, how do I make my place look more kind of homey? You know what I mean? A lot of people kind of renovate, but it feels like it's not complete. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he said it's the layers that make it complete.
Yeah.
It's the little bit of business, the stuff that you collected over the years. That's what brings it all kind of together.
So for an example, you can put after you renovate it, you can put a beautiful dining room table, but it's still going to feel empty.
Yeah.
Because you need those vases or whatever, something on it.
Yes.
Right? The walls could be amazing, but
100%.
you need pictures.
100%.
You need frames. Bigger the frames, more modern it is.
True.
There's a lot of difference between having blinds or shutters.
Shutters are so nice. I don't know why they're not more popular.
Or even, what do you call those? You can have blinds going all the way to the floor.
The office ones?
Huh?
The office style blinds?
No. Anyways, they're different. No, not the office. I forgot what they called.
Do they go up and down or left to right?
Left to right. But anyways, all those things, believe it or not, you can have the most beautiful renovation ever. You can have the most beautiful construction, most beautiful kitchen. It looks empty. It looks factory until you get all those little neat things. Like a kitchen will not look right until you put the soap dispenser next to the
exactly.
Next to it should look nice. It should look matching, but next to the faucet.
It's like it's a fine line. You
the
need
coffee
you
machine,
need stuff.
the coffee machine, the couple of bills on not too much. You don't, but you know what I mean. All those personal stuff.
Yeah.
That's what makes it look awesome.
It literally makes it look like you live there. It's not a stage.
Yeah, like
you live there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
A couple of flowers, couple of.
But
like that.
But there is a fine line before it becomes.
Yeah, so it's funny because some people want it to be after the renovate. They want it to be from a magazine, like a page from a magazine, but then it looks all of a sudden like page from IKEA magazine or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. No, it needs the like I guess once the renovation just finished, you want it to look like a magazine, but then you gotta have a plan of like how to now make it your own thing.
Yeah, how not to clutter it.
Because a general contractor, I guess an interior designer in theory can even do that. You know what I mean? They'll do the paintings and whatever you want. But you want your own touch. You know what I mean? You have your own taste.
And also, you can put, let's say, a great sofa in the space.
Yeah.
But it's not going to look good until you have a couple of cushions and this painting above it or picture frame above it. Just not going to look finished.
The painting thing always blew my mind. How many houses I've seen with empty walls. And I'm like, this is like the number one thing that makes a difference in my mind, putting stuff on the wall.
Yeah.
Right? And so many people, not Soviet style, like the carpet. That's a completely different situation.
God. You know they lived in a cold country without insulation in the walls, right?
Is that why they did it?
Of course.
That's hilarious. I never thought about it.
You think it was like a fashion statement?
I never thought about it. I never realized, like, why did it...
You thought it was a fashion statement, didn't you?
I never put any thought to it. I was always like, why the hell are there carpets on walls everywhere? Maybe it was for sound. Good for sound. You know what I mean?
Sound and sound insulation and to heat up.
This is one of those trends that will probably never come back. I don't see that coming back.
No, because even there they have
even
AC
now,
units.
Like, you're not gonna find this anywhere in the former Soviet Union.
Funny,
modern.
You look at those buildings, old Soviet buildings, and you see just AC units all over the place. Like the whole elevation is full of AC units now.
Oh my God. Yeah. But point is, me personally, I like rather than like one big painting. I prefer a lot of smaller, different size, kind of like collage kind of.
Oh, I know what you mean. You know what?
It's kind of busy, but it's my personal thing. Yeah.
The problem is, I don't know how to do that.
It has to be completely personal. You can't. You have.
No, there are some rules to that as well. How to do it right.
Oh, really?
Otherwise, because this whole collage should work as one big thing, right?
But I always figured that people don't do it at once. They kind of add piece after piece over time. No, that was my guess. You just kind of like
no. Usually, it's a design statement. People just buy tons of frames and do it all at once. Like, oh, that's nice.
It's kind of. Have you seen Harry Potter? The movies.
Oh yeah.
In Hogwarts, they would have like these walls filled with different paintings. You know.
No, to me this is too much. That's clutter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like
minimalism. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm the opposite. I'm towards the busy side.
Yeah. No.
Like
what you don't realize when you're coming home, you need to relax. When you see too much going on, your brain is not relaxing. It's like it's all over the place. Looking at pictures, looking at everything.
I'm a little different. I feel more calm when I almost get a little more anxiety when I'm in an empty space. But when I'm surrounded by business, somehow it calms me down.
Well, listen, empty space, yes, but there's something in between.
True.
Yeah.
True. But I'm definitely like completely personal thing. I'm definitely off the more to the extreme on average in terms of like how busy I like it. Mm-hmm. And I'm like this with everything. It was everything. That's why I like Tokyo because it's like crazy busy, one thing on top of the other. You know what I mean? New York is probably like this. I've never been.
New York, yeah.
I've never been to
New York. Is very busy. New York is very busy.
So I'll probably like it, which is why I don't go to New York. I don't want to like
New York. When you get into Manhattan and you drive, you better close your eyes because it's scary. I drove in Manhattan probably 3 or 4 times. Like I went from New Jersey to Queens through Manhattan, and then I went to Brooklyn, Brighton Beach.
Yes.
Anyways, it was crazy. It was crazy. All these cabs, and the whole idea of you going to. So there's a bridge when you go from New Jersey.
Yeah, you have to pay for the bridge.
There's a Lincoln Bridge, and you go into this bridge. 4 lanes go into 2, and then you go into 6.
Why would they do that?
Because the bridge is.
Oh, so is there traffic?
I think it's under the water.
Oh, what the hell?
The bridge is under the water, so you. Oh. So it goes from 4 or 5 lanes into 2. And you're like, oh my god, and you just drive, and somehow it works. Because like, how do you get 5 lanes to get in to merge in 2? And then you drive in this bridge. It's long, it's claustrophobic, and everybody driving like 80,
in
90.
a tunnel, you mean?
Yeah. Well, Lincoln Bridge, it's called.
Well, if it's underwater, it has to be a tunnel.
Maybe Lincoln Tunnel, you're right. But anyways, you drive in it, and you're like, everything is claustrophobic, and you're like, don't touch the walls, don't touch the walls, don't touch the walls.
I like tunnel.
And then you come out, all of a sudden you see the light, you come out, and it goes back to like 5 different lanes.
Yeah, true.
And you're like, holy.
This is actually one thing I really wish Toronto had was tunnels and bridges, but don't really have that. You know what I mean? Montreal has it. Montreal has both. So, do you like Montreal?
You know what? I've been to Montreal probably 4 times. I don't know. It's a nice European city kind of thing. Nothing.
It's like in between.
I'm not really attached to it.
Have you been to Quebec City?
Yes, I've been to.
That one really feels European.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like really old school kind of.
Yeah.
Montreal is in between, kind of.
Yeah, but it's not like when you get to Montreal, you're like, you're not 100% in a North American city.
Yes, it's a little different. I heard that Boston is kind of like that. I've never been to Boston.
I haven't been to Boston.
Yeah, but people say it's also kind of like has this like different European kind of feel.
I've been to Boston Pizza. Is it close?
It's basically the same.
A lot of big people.
We're now canceled, so somewhere in Boston.
Oh no.
I had the random question pop in my head. So you do general contracting basically, right? Is there like a size of a project that let's say you were offered to be in charge of a gigantic project? Is there like a level of project where you're like, this too much?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. So probably the biggest project I would take is a small to medium size plaza.
Oh, okay.
Like that, yes.
You find that residential is more complicated than commercial?
It is.
Yeah?
The reason is very simple. By the way, that's actually a great question. I don't know how it has anything to do with the closure of 2025,
I don't know how anything
but let's talk about it.
Nothing we say has anything to do with the trends, but
Yeah, but it's much more... residential is difficult because let's start with the fact that the contractor that does residential work and commercial work are 2 different people.
Yes.
There are more liabilities in commercial. Because there are more liabilities in commercial, the contractors are on a level where they are... I don't even know how to explain that.
They're about to spit some fire.
To listen and have a discussion.
Yeah.
Put it nicely. And have meetings. So, okay. A residential contractor is me, myself, and my hammer kind of contractor. They don't have time. They come to work, they leave. You ask them for a meeting, for them, it's a waste of time, waste of money.
True.
although it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole beauty of residential construction is to mediate it and make everything work regardless of that factor. To get them there, to talk to them, to make sure that they listen, and to find the right contractor that is willing to do so, which is very rare and difficult. That's why having a team of people, when you have this good team of people that you found those people, it's not about the prices anymore. If you don't like my prices, go to somebody else. Because you have this ergonomic, or everything works organically as a one
unit. Yeah.
unit. In commercial, it's a different story. Commercial is made out of companies like us, where the company can dedicate a person for meetings.
Oh, I see.
Where the trades themselves actually doing the work, and there is an office behind them to back them up.
I see. Okay.
And therefore, the work is more civil, easier. So, for example, when you're telling a little contractor, oh, you have a problem here, come back. Oh, my God, I'm busy right now. I'm doing this and that job. You didn't tell me to do it. It's your fault, blah, 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 blah. You're like, whoa, hold on, stop. You just start shooting all over the place.
Yeah.
You don't even know what the problem is. But that's typical. That's typical.
Yeah.
And then they hear, oh, okay, I'll be there on Monday. Okay, then why did you do all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When it comes to commercial, it's a different story because you email the office, they will have a discussion, get back to you. Okay, site visit, this and that date, somebody will be there. Either it's a project manager or an owner or this, that, whatever the case is. And contractors that work for construction projects understand that. This is part of their bidding. So another problem is when trade bids on something in a residential project, they literally will come in, they're like, oh, you want this door installed? Whatever, $300. Okay, bye. Now you call him for a meeting. Now he wants to charge you for a visit because now you wasted their time. But commercial contractor will charge you, assuming that he knows that, meeting might happen or this and that, they will charge a little bit more, but everything is much, much simpler.
Yeah.
But also don't forget, somebody who works for a residential project would not be able to do so because the budgets are not there, period.
True. So let me ask you this then. Since you said there's like a size of, if somebody told you right now, hey, we're going to be building a tunnel between England and France, would you like to be in charge of this project? It's too much of a project.
Well, first of all, those projects are out there. You can bid for them.
Yeah, I know.
You're probably not going to get accepted.
It's just an example of a
like
crazy...
I do, I'm not going to disclose it on camera, but I do a few projects for the city of Toronto that are on the bigger side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you the one in charge of building the Eglinton subways?
No, I'm not. I don't think that the Eglinton subway is being built by the city of Toronto.
I don't think it's being built, period. To be honest.
But I am dealing with the department that involved in it.
Yeah. So what I wanted to ask you is more as a business owner, right? To grow, sooner or later you have to accept projects that are, outside of your comfort zone. You haven't done them, but they're slightly bigger than what you did before, right? How do you...
but it always happens. That's how you grow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So how do you kind of get... Is it like kind of like a feel of like, okay, this is slightly bigger than what I've tried before, but I can manage this. Okay. And then there's like, this is too far.
Exactly. And I will give you an example on a small scale. So if you are a trade doing something for residential, you have no time for anything besides work. You can't take a bigger project because you need somebody to be there for meetings. So now you need to hire a secretary. Now you need to hire a project manager that will be there instead of you.
Yeah.
Now you need to, what else? Now you need to have an office. Tons of overheads.
Yes.
That's what keeps from that person to get there. Now, that's why the person who works for residential usually will stay and work for residential. Because you need an opportunity to make a certain amount of money to be able to hire that secretary, to be able to hire this project manager, and you need the time to interview them,
Yes.
to make sure that they do their job. So now you can't just be an installer. You need to have employees to do the installation for you. Therefore, a commercial operation is a different story than a residential operation. And a lot of people don't understand that. So when you're hiring a management company like ours to build your house, that's exactly what you expect. You expect that somebody will always be there and that mistakes will be avoided because somebody is working on it. It's not like you hire a GC, a regular GC, which tied so far, one person operation, tied so far into arguing with trades and scheduling everything that really the bill is not moving.
Yeah, true. True.
But it costs a little bit more. On the other hand, you can argue that it doesn't really cost a little bit more because by the time you finish the construction with a management company, you save a lot of time. Time sometimes costs money. If it's an investment property, you save on that. But all those lyrics we're going to leave for later. But those are the differences. So back to your question to me. Mm-hmm. I will not take somebody above my head. Oh, and another thing that is very important is cash flow.
Yeah.
A smaller contractor doesn't, this is why they don't have all this help, because they don't have the cash flow to put up front to get that help. So if I take a project, if I'm, for example, managing projects like small commercial, small to mid commercial and residential, and I want to take something high rise, something very big, I would need now to have a bigger cash flow, to have a bigger team, to have an infrastructure to do that.
Even to start?
Of course.
Because with condos, from what I understand, they collect deposits to start construction. But before that, there's already a bunch of like permits and all of that stuff. You need the basically the money in the bank to do all of that before you collect the deposits, right? Is that the
Sorry,
right?
I didn't get it.
So if you're gonna be building a condo, right? Mm-hmm. At some point, you will start getting deposits from people who are buying the condos. But before that, there is already a bunch of expenses, correct? You have before you even are allowed to do that.
That's a different story. You're going into financials, but that's pretty much, usually you have investors, you have developers have investments from others, so the money is there. Mm-hmm. I'm not really discussing that. I'm discussing the infrastructure.
The infrastructure.
So when you're building, when you have a team, this team should be sufficient. I don't have the infrastructure now to hire, because when you do, let's say, a big condominium, you need much more project managers.
Oh, okay.
You need much more people. I have no capacity and time and infrastructure to do so.
That's kind of relevant to another.
Our office is set for small to mid size, and by mid, what's mid? Like small to mid size projects. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's a project where, well, let me ask you another question. When you're doing a proposal for a renovation, let's go small. How long do you think it takes to do a proposal?
We discussed this at some point.
You're a very bad student. You know that, right?
2-3 weeks. Was that it? I edited that.
So 2-3 weeks, that's pretty much when you're getting to work with your trades, to put it on paper physically.
The proposal for the client that is requesting
Yeah.
Ooh.
It takes approximately 3 to 4 hours.
Oh.
One proposal.
Oh. Okay.
One proposal. When you as a client get a proposal where you see what we're going to do and the amount at the end, for a new construction, just to put that document together takes approximately, 5 to 6 hours.
They have to pay for the proposal?
No.
No?
So You have a full-time person. We have a full-time person that does that.
Yeah.
When you're doing condominiums, that proposal could take up to weeks and months.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So you need to have the infrastructure and the cash flow. It's not about who is going to invest into it or where the money comes from. And by the way, which is also important, because in commercial, sometimes you wait for money for 90 days.
Yes.
You get paid after 90 days. You can't have a tile guy, a tile guy that does residential and finish the job, get paid right away and uses it for whatever. You can't have that guy. They don't have enough cash flow to work with 90 days.
Yeah, exactly.
Circulation.
So do people then so how do people get into commercial work?
So listen, I'll tell you how I got into commercial work.
We started a podcast, the trends of 2025. This is now a completely different podcast.
Right. So now we're kind of mentors teaching people how to get into businesses. No. I'll tell you what. It's very difficult to climb those steps. There are a few things that needs to be done. Investments. You got to invest into your company, which nobody likes to do.
Yeah, of course.
So, for an example, you don't wait to have enough work to hire a secretary. You hire a secretary, and with secretary's help, you will get more work.
Yeah.
Until that happens, that's an investment.
Yeah.
Contractors don't like to do so.
It's scary.
Yeah. Right? So if we have, for an example, 5-6 designers that work in, and I want to start a bigger commercial work, I need to hire more people. I need to have the infrastructure first. Do I want to invest for a bigger infrastructure right now? No.
I understand.
I'm comfortable where we are, and we are developing. And by the way, before you're jumping one step ahead, you got to make sure that you are spot on everything when it comes to existing.
You mean
so that the system works flawlessly?
I see.
And it's never the case. I'm not even gonna lie. Every time you find, I'll be honest with you, I sat with one designer today. I was working on a proposal for a construction, and I looked into the drawings, and the drawings got approved. Everything is okay. But I said, listen, buddy, that's not a good enough drawing for me to quote. I said, I'm giving you a week, and you will bring this drawing to the point that it's perfect to work with. My client didn't ask me for that. They didn't pay for that.
Could you explain the difference between a bad drawing and a good one?
So for an example, by the way, disclaimer, it's a new designer, okay? It's not somebody that...
we're not naming, names.
Like, for example, the difference between a good drawing or a bad drawing, like when you look at elevations on the drawings, you should see the materials, the finished materials on the walls. This drawing did not have the finished material.
Do they know the material?
It had the hatch. It looked like he wanted it to be siding, so it had the lines that showed siding. Yet again, it didn't say siding. So my question was, what kind of siding? Is it wood siding, vinyl siding, metal siding? How am I supposed to put a quote on this project?
I see, okay.
And this kind of stuff that you would think that it's small, but it's not. Like, for example, there was a canopy, a roof on top of an entrance that we were doing, and he's great. He put all the details and everything of the canopy at the end of the project. So you can build it as per that. But I said, when you're looking at the plans, where is a reference that go to those details to see it?
I see.
How am I supposed to know that there are details before that? I'm not just going to go through all the drawing and see what's there and then, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're relying.
So I have a passion about it, so I want to explain it. Drawing is a book, is a story. You don't just see a drawing and you think, okay, floor plan, okay, elevation. It's a story. So when you open the drawing, the first page will show the site plan. Hi, kids. This is our property. And today on this property, we're going to build a 2-story building. This building has to be this and that distance away from the property lines. And this is first chapter.
Can we make a video?
Move to the next page.
Yeah.
And this is, kids, is the interior of the house. That's something that is that's called a floor plan. This is a close-up of the floor plans. So everything that needs to be in this floor plan should be there.
Yeah.
If you want to go into the detail of the kitchen, you have to have a window, a call-out, it's called, that will show you the page number that you have to go to see only that kitchen.
The reference, okay, yes.
There you go. Those references are very... It's a story.
How complicated are these drawings?
It's very complicated. It's very complicated.
Jeez.
To the point where you go to this reference, you see a cutout, a side view, a section that will show all the detail, all the hinges, everything.
How many pages?
The point, a drawing can be 60, 70 pages for one house.
Wow.
Depending how far you want to go. But the idea is more information this drawing have, better quote you're going to get. When clients get quotes, they pretty much get a number that is my perception on what I saw.
The drawing. Yeah.
It's not really sometimes what the drawing is showing. It's my perception. And you now need to agree with a number not knowing whether my perception is correct or not.
Yes, true.
So when I'm telling my story on the drawings, the story has to have a beginning, middle, and end.
Yes, the 3 acts.
Same with drawings. You have your plans, you have your sections, you have your elevations, and those plans would have call-outs to detail pages, to interior plans. Those plans will have more sections and call-outs to more details, but it has to be very natural to you when you read a book. Imagine if you're reading a book, or if I would ask you to count to 10, 1, 3, 7, 5, 4, 8, 9. You can't. You're losing half of it. You don't really understand. You're not going to be able to count. Some would, okay? Some of you guys out there are awesome like that. But you wouldn't be able to count 1 to 10 without forgetting any number randomly. Mm-hmm. You have a certain flow to it. Same with drawings. I'm not saying that, to me, a terrible drawing is when the drawing does not have a flow.
I see. Okay.
If I'm sitting there as a contractor,
just chaos, yeah.
If I'm sitting and asking, where's the canopy? That's it. That means the drawing is not good.
Yeah, true.
You have to bubble it. You have to say, you have to propose canopy, see this and that page, this kind of stuff. So the drawing or simple. Mm-hmm. Stairs. You see basement plan, first floor plan, second floor plan. The stair doesn't show an arrow which way it goes. Uh-huh. Now in your mind, you cannot build, because sometimes you would think whatever is up, you think it's down, and things don't work in your mind.
I see.
So you're wasting a lot of energy. And I was sitting, the reason that happened, because I was sitting doing this quote on my own in the middle of the night. And you know what the problem when you do quotes in the middle of the night?
Well, I mean, you can think as well, probably, you know what I mean?
You can't ask questions.
That's true.
And if you can't ask questions, what happens? Now you have to call in the day after. And when you call in the day after, you waste another hour. Do you think any contractor, residential contractor, they do their quotes in the night? Because they work during the day. They waste those couple of hours that they need to chill, relax, gain their for a proposal. Do you think they have the time to call? No, they will not call the day after because they're back to do their work. So you know what's going to happen? They will raise their quote. They will give you extra inside the quote, and you don't know about, whether it's this way or this way, if this way would be 5 and this way would be 10, I'm just going to write 10.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I see. Interesting.
And it all starts with a bad set of drawings.
So do I understand correctly? So like before before you request the drawings, do you have to tell tell them like we want these materials, we want this and this and this? Because like for example, the siding, you said what kind of material they need to know, right? Like how would they know?
So the client should know, and if the client doesn't know, you should tell your trade, quote me for aluminum, vinyl.
I see. Okay.
Well, wood usually nobody does, but aluminum or vinyl. Like
do people still do vinyl? Well, in Alberta they do that a lot. In Calgary, vinyl siding on the outside of the house.
No, you do it here as well.
Oh yeah, I don't really see it in new houses.
Of course, especially when you go subdivision outside of Toronto. Usually it's gray siding.
Oh. You know why they do it in Calgary?
Siding?
Why it's so common? They have a lot of hail.
Okay.
And supposedly that this is just better for hail in terms of like getting less damage.
Really?
Apparently, that's what I heard.
Interesting.
And their hail is intense. It's like no joke. You know, they get hail sometimes. There's like like bullets.
Interesting. I don't know. Where were we again?
Well, we started with trends, but that was clearly irrelevant. So then we transitioned to commercial versus residential, which is probably a good topic to begin with.
Yeah. Listen, overall, back to the drawings that we discussed. Overall, a set of drawings is very important. Just like a good book. You're not going to read a book that doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. As a contractor, you don't want to spend too much time on, reading your drawings. Mm-hmm. So same, by the way, when you submit a set of drawings to the city, to be honest with you, like again, credit. The guy did everything necessary and city stamped it and approved. The drawings were approved. Mm-hmm. But it's just, there's a difference between permits that the drawings are done for and construction. But some things are common sense that you would want to see even on permit drawings.
Opens the door for problems because logically speaking, the city might approve it. Then the inspector comes, he's like, no, I don't like this. You have the city.
The inspector cannot not like what this. Yes, they can. Mm-hmm. They can. We did have situations where inspectors on site were like, yeah, no, this is incorrect. Go back to the city and or talk to the examiner, reopen the permit. Most of the time, the inspectors are there to enforce that everything is done as per approvals.
But that's what I mean. So the city could then be, if you have a question like there's some issue, then you'll be like, well, you didn't specify on the drawing, so you know what I mean?
Yeah, that also could happen. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just opening the door for another potential problem.
Yeah. So okay, so that's actually a good thing, an interesting thing that you said. If you specify things on the drawings and it gets approved, you have to do it as per the drawings. If you don't, now the contractors start doing it out of their own knowledge, which not always is correct, and the inspector would come in and would fail inspections. And the contractor would be like, well, listen, I didn't have any drawings for it, any details. I did the way I knew. You approved it. You don't like it. Now you got to pay more. No, I'm leaving.
I mean, and it's hard to argue because
100%.
They weren't given the information.
100%. So. And that's why I like the job of estimators when you're sitting there and you get to the point of, oh, okay, this is missing. Note. Okay, I need to do, like, even dimensions sometimes, like you would need to get square footage of tiles, for example, or flooring so that you can quote flooring exactly. And you can get it because some of the dimensions are missing. For permits, they're not important. But now for construction, how do you know? Now, of course, it's easy for me because we are design build company. I can take the drawing back to AutoCAD, quickly trace it and tell you what the square footage is. But if the drawing goes outside, externally to somebody, now they can't calculate.
I hope a lot of people watch this to understand why there's a potential in construction basically for death by 1,000 cuts, right?
Of course.
When you're not dealing with a company like Acadia that has things, like all in-house, if you're dealing with a bunch of different people that are not connected, there's so many more opportunities for these little things. And there's like a day here and a day there, and it's a couple $100 a year and now it's tens of thousands.
Forget about it. Let me give you an example about a day here and a day there. And the difference between, again, GC and Acadia.
Mm-hmm.
So our client, one of our clients decided to add to the scope. So because they added to the scope, everything pushed the construction by a few weeks. Because it pushed the construction by a few weeks, we had to install millwork, and the installer went for vacation. Now, they booked everything perfectly. They gave us 2 weeks. But because we pushed everything, by the time we got to do the millwork, he's like, Max, I'm sorry. Now we had to wait for him to come back. That took 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Forget about the fact that we lost 3 weeks. You know what 3 weeks is? It's almost a month. You know what's a month? It's a lease, 1 month lease. On a big project, that can be $30,000, $40,000.
Yeah,
on a unit, 10,000 square feet unit, commercial.
Yeah.
Okay? So forget the fact that our client lost, but it's okay. Not always they lose. Sometimes it's calculative. It's a calculative loss. But now our installer had to put something in the schedule within these 2 weeks, then left for vacation, came back, and got more pressure. So now he didn't work for almost a month out of schedule. And then when he came back, all this vacation went to, you can throw it into the dump because now he works like crazy. He needs another vacation after this couple of months of work. So this whole situation, that's where having mistakes or not having everything in schedule can bring. Now, the difference between a GC pretty much what happens, that's your price. Thank you. You like it? Yes. Should we go ahead? Yes. We start. When? Tomorrow. And then they start and they go. And they go and they go and they go and they work and they work. And all of a sudden, oh, you want this? Okay. And the job extends. With Acadia, it's different. Before we start a job, we create construction schedule. Why? Because while creating that construction schedule, we have to go through all the processes. Mm-hmm. And when we go through all the processes, like, oh crap, okay, here we're going to have cabinetry. The cabinet guys will not be there, so let's push it back or front or change something.
Yeah.
You already think about details that might avoid a lot of issues. Trust me, myself, and my hammer, GC, will not think about all that. They simply start construction and it just goes.
Yeah.
It just goes. So how much is going to take? I don't know. 5 months. Eventually it's 9. When we say 5 months, it's going to be 4.5 to 5.5, 6 max.
Yeah, exactly. But people don't realize the complexity of all of this. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
So, yeah, that's pretty wild. So what happens if, because that's not a mistake, right? If the client requests an addition, that's not a mistake that he requested something. But now the contractors, they just lost 2 weeks out of their schedule.
Yeah.
It really sucks for them.
No. First of all, it sucks for them. Second of all, it's not about the mistake. I'm not saying that a client that added more scope will be upset with you for doing stuff wrong.
No. But what I mean is like...
The case is that if my clients, if I have a construction schedule and I see what's going on a month ahead, I can ask my trade and be like, listen, could you push your vacation? Or I would be able to change something to make them come earlier or later. I could play with the construction knowing ahead of time.
Yeah, true.
And so, you're leaving next week? Oh, okay. See you in 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, can't blame them really. You know, most people plan vacations like way in advance. So
yeah. So, especially no contractors, they're not going on vacation on daily basis. So
yeah,
they're waiting for it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
I'm
the type of person to buy my tickets half a year in advance.
Oh, really?
Oh, easy. I bought tickets a year in advance.
I wish.
You know what I mean? Because for me, it's it like gives you a thing to look forward to.
Tell you what, I don't know where I'm gonna be in a year. So if I have an opportunity, I get those tickets and I leave.
You prefer like going like right before?
Yeah, because I find that when you plan stuff, you're always gonna find a reason why you can't. You know, I'm busy. Oh no, we can't because we're gonna do this. Oh no, new project starts, we can't. Oh no, this we can't. Oh, you know.
So isn't it better to buy it in advance?
No.
For me, it's the opposite.
That's what I'm telling you. So again, I guess you fail to understand that all our projects, we know about them 5-6 months ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
So buying in advance, I can't do that because in 6 months this project starts. Because this starts. Because that starts. That's why
I see.
our projects are are longer, right? And
yes.
So that's the problem. But then you're like, okay, next week nothing really.
Nothing huge. Yeah.
Nothing huge. No site meetings on site on this and that. This project, or you just send somebody and you go for vacation.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's different for me.
And you know what I found, to be honest with you? Years ago, I thought that when you're leaving for a week or 10 days, it's the end of the world. You know what? You come back and nothing changes.
Yeah.
And all those questions are not that urgent.
Yeah, true.
Apparently.
True.
They can wait for a week,
I mean, honestly, if you think about it, right? If you're a business owner and if you leave for a week and the whole thing goes to hell, you need to fix some stuff because this shouldn't be happening.
I think if everything goes to hell in a week, you shouldn't have, the business shouldn't have been there. I think that's the situation when you don't leave.
Yeah, it's not really basically the entire business is you. You know what I mean?
Listen, I do believe that my entire business is me because I like to be very involved.
But you can be
with everything,
But
every once in a while,
you have people you can rely on. Is the point? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you left for a week and everything collapsed, then the people weren't so reliable.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So yeah. All right. I think we can wrap this up for this one. And
listen, before we do that, let's actually talk. How was your 2025?
My 2025 was very chaotic, with many twists and turns, honestly, which is good. Kind of, I find sometimes that's good. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not the type of person who. Some people, they function well in very strict regiment. Every day is the same. I know what I'm going to do at this time, and it's going to be the same tomorrow, and on Saturday and on Sunday. Some people function really well like that. And I admire that, in fact.
I need stressful situations.
Yeah, I just, it kind of connects to what we were saying, that I like a little busyness around me.
Yeah.
I just, somehow my brain works better that way.
No, but you see... It's different. It's different. So I like my suburban view on things.
Okay.
But I also work best under pressure.
True.
But that's why I do what I do. When you got all these projects going on and you have to, that's what makes me feel alive when I'm solving problems.
Yeah, for sure. It has both have the good and the bad. I find that people who are very strictly regimented, they are very effective very often because they're like a machine. They're like unstoppable force. But something goes out of the ordinary, and bam, their whole thing is now chaos.
Yeah.
So yeah, they don't deal with unexpected situations as well because they're not prepared. They're like, I did not get my 8 hours of sleep. This is horrible. That's it. I didn't have my coffee at 7:03 a.m. And it was from a different machine than mine. So
Hey, listen, I was sitting at like 4:00 in the morning last night working on a proposal, and that's me. You know what I mean with all that.
Yeah, that's rough.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
How was your 2025?
My 2025 was weird.
Mm-hmm.
Was weird because it's, our business has to do with stability.
Yeah.
And there is no stability.
Economic, you mean?
Yeah. So it's very weird. It's like you don't understand what's going on. And now, it's getting towards the winter. And, you always look at 6-7 months ahead, what's going to happen. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting.
I like how you said it's getting towards the winter in the middle of December. I think we're...
So to me, I'll tell you why. To me, we are in the winter. To me, officially, the winter starts when municipalities close.
Wait, they close?
Of course.
When? Like for Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
And pretty much until January.
So for like a week?
A couple of weeks.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the government is allowed to take 2 weeks off.
Wow.
This is why Eglinton is being built for 20 years.
Anyways, but so for me, this is kind of the end of the year. So we got 2 ends of years, financial and real.
I find that in my experience, all the trades I know in winter, things kind of like slow down. They go on vacations and they do their kind of like around this time. And then
in our case, winter is trying to towards winter, trying to close off everything so that you can work inside of the building.
Yep.
And then pretty much preparation for upcoming new construction.
Yeah, makes sense. For you, probably one of the big challenges is making it like clear to the clients that all of this requires planning way in advance. You know what I mean?
People don't even understand.
Yeah, exactly. So, for them, they like it would be best if they understood that if they want a project next year in the summer, they need to plan now.
Yeah, that's number one thing that people don't understand is the amount of time that things take. And number two is that, every project that we finish, our clients assume that that's how it works.
What do you mean?
But it's not. So everything, everything great for construction finish. And I'm looking at them and I'm thinking, believe it or not, I really think that how many crooks you could go through or what would have happened if you hired a company, not a company. I mean, myself and my hammer kind of GC that, you don't like it? Bam, leaves the build in the middle. And you know what I mean? And I'm like, but people don't really understand that. People don't really get that. They think, we hired you. Yeah, you did the job great. Okay, perfect. Which is kind of true also because that's really what happens.
Yeah.
That's why we didn't hire them. We hired you. But we're like, our job is kind of also to protect our client and their investments. So
is it in a weird way better for you if they had a bad experience before? Kind of like, you know what I mean?
I don't know if bad experience before, but if they understood what bureaucracy is all about before approaching us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, this is why I hope they watch, the stuff. And some people watch, clearly. So I hope they learn that, because who would know that, like, realistically? Like, how would you know? Like, most people are not learning about construction.
Listen, at the end of the day, I sell myself, and that me, myself, and my hammer sells themselves.
Yeah.
You never know. But also there is always I find there is a specific kind of client that doesn't matter what you tell them. At the end of the day, it's all about the bottom number.
Oh, yeah.
And I find that this is the kind of person that gets in trouble. But I learned with the years to filter.
Mm-hmm.
If I see that kind of people, I'm not even trying to explain, I guess, why working with us would be better. Because at the end of the day, all they're expecting is the price. And if my price is going to be by, 20% more expensive,
That's all they see. Yeah. In my experience,
they don't even understand the hustle and the issues that they're going to have. So you're like, okay, now my client. Go
in my experience, the observation I've had is there's very often going to be a correlation between that client and a person who simply doesn't trust anybody. They, no matter what you tell them, they're going to think you're making it up anyway.
Yeah.
So you really cannot convince them.
So you know what I do though? You know what I do? Everything I tell my client is usually an information that is online. Or online, I mean, by trusted sources, City of Toronto or something like that, and the building department in the municipality. So I would tell them, you don't have to trust me. Call them and ask them. I'm trying to do this and that. What do I need to do?
True.
And if they answer what I answered, maybe you can trust it. You don't need to trust me.
It'll be a funny skit if you like quote a customer and it's 20% more, right? And you're like, it's gonna take 5 months. They're like, no, what the hell, 20% more? And then 7 months later, you show up to the site and you're like, still building, huh?
So I can give you a skit. So that happened many years ago, but I will never forget that because that was so disturbing. So I met a client who were referred to me. I gave them a price. They said that it's too expensive. Fine. Completely forgot about them. 4 or 5 months later, all of a sudden a phone call. My secretary at the time tells me, Max, there's a lady crying on the phone. I'm like, okay, let's talk. And that was the wife. And she's like, Max, if you remember this and that client, you met us at our office, you gave us a quote. My husband said that it's too expensive, but now our second floor is falling. We're in the middle of construction. They already started framing and the second floor is collapsing. And I'm like, she's like, Max, please come on site. We fired the guy. We really need your help. So clearly I came in, I brought my crews, and we supported the ceiling to make sure that everything is temporary supported. And believe it or not, she paid us what was asked. We did the job amazingly. But
yeah, but they lost a ton of money paying that.
Yeah, and half of the framing that was done there, we had to demolish because it wasn't done right.
Is it switching? Is it switching?
I don't know.
Yeah, because
Now your camera died.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I have no idea. Anyway,
I don't think it's the heater.
We're wrapping up, so it doesn't matter. You're going to be the centerpiece of this, the last 15 minutes.
Great. Anyways, thank you everybody for being with us. This is just a final end of year kind of episode. Slow, simple. I hope you're going to find it interesting anyways. And I guess we're going to see you next year. And until then, back to work.